Manhattan. If you'd like to learn more about the Hudson River Park Trust, their tent is just on the other side of the hot dog stand. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in great hands. Give it up for Rebecca and Evan.
Thank you, Reggie.
You're welcome.
So, Tanya, can we have a song? The tango is a walking dance involving dramatic stops. So we're going to practice walking to the beat and stopping dramatically. Evan is down on the dance floor with you just to get started to show you the direction that we all walk. We walk counterclockwise around the circle on the beat, just like Evan's doing. As soon as you get that idea, you can join in and travel. We share the space this way like we're on a big skating rink. Here's the beat. Just when Evan's foot falls, that's where the beat is. It's kind of slow. You can drag your foot across the floor. Find your balance so you can go slowly to match the beat. That's it. We try stopping. Freeze. Great. And go again on the beat. Good. And stopping again, freeze. And go again. That's it. So in tango we stop sometimes just to be dramatic, sometimes because the music calls for a stop, and sometimes just because it's a very crowded dance floor. So instead of running into someone, you can stop. Hold still until you have space, and then walk again. Yeah, I see you practicing it already. Excellent.
Also, as you're walking, make sure to stay completely level. So don't go up and down, don't bounce, just keep it completely smooth.
That's it. We like your walk. Tall and proud.
Okay, can we cut the music for a second? Okay. So when you pause, you're going to be on one foot. So everyone just stand on one foot for me. Good. Okay. And change feet, just in place. Good. Now you're going to take one small step, front, side, or back. Okay? So depending if you have space next to you, go and take a small side step. Good. And every time we step, you're going to completely transfer your weight, and you'll have your free leg just floating there. Yeah? Just close to the ground, but not actually touching. Good. Now take a small step backwards. Good. Now small forward step. Nice. So as we get into couples, we're going to start with a practice embrace, just holding the shoulders here. So go ahead and find a partner. If you don't have anybody, raise your hands. Try to run around, see if you can find somebody.
That's it. You have to walk among the other couples to find a partner. Good job.
Very good.
So we're making like a big steering wheel here together.
Yeah, just a nice round, not too squished in. Good.
And now, Evan's going to lead, and I'm going to follow, and that means he's going to decide what direction we go, and I'm just going to match him. So there's nothing to memorize or anything in the way of a pattern. I just have to pay attention to where he's going and stay with him.
So the first thing you're always going to do when you find a new partner is we're going to transfer her weight from one foot to the other. Just so that we're clear that we're both starting with the same foot. There's no rule in tango that you start with the right or the left. So the very first thing you need to do is be very clear that you set her on her left foot or her right foot. Yes? And now once you're both standing on one foot, we can take a small step, side, front, or back. You get to pick. For example, sideways would be here. You take a small step back. Small step forward. It doesn't matter the order, just improvise one step at a time.
So when I follow Evan, I look at his chest because that's where he's leading from. So I see where he's going to move next by looking at his chest, not his feet.
Yeah.
Also, if I look at his face, I don't get any information at all. Just a smile.
Stop 1 second. I just want you to kind of see how I initiate the movement. So it's not going to be that I push her with the arms, but it's just going to be planning my step really clearly in my body and then doing this. Yeah, I'm going to try to lead all of you, okay? So everyone just face me for 1 second.
Oh, wow.
All right. So the beginning, you would always transfer someone's weight very clearly. One foot or the other. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, and then we could ask for a step to the side. All right, we try the other way.
Nice following. Ah, you're so funny.
But you're gonna come with me forward. Yeah, so we're
When
gonna
he
go
goes
here.
back, you have to come forward.
Ah, more or less. Okay, okay. But you can see.
Otherwise, he can't hug you anymore.
Okay, we're a little bit far away, but still, when you're preparing a step, you can see the body getting ready, yeah? So it's important if you're leading that you don't just move, I'm gonna go side, oh, maybe this way just randomly, but you're always gonna prepare, so it's this kind of sensation. Yes? Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna combine these slow steps to balance along with a couple walking steps, depending on what kind of space you have. So it's gonna look like this. At the very beginning, of course, we're going to transfer our partner's weight, clearly one foot to the other. And we can do a slow step to the side, to the front, or to the back, whatever you want. And then you can try just walking. Be careful of her toes, of course, depending on her footwear. And then we stop. And again, slow step front, side, or back. And then we go back to walking. Yeah, it's pretty clear? Try to meander around down the line of dance this way. Let's see it.
Tanya, can we have music?
Same song from the beginning.
So if you're leading, you're going to face forward, around counterclockwise around the line of dance.
One quick detail, if you tend towards the outside of the floor, it's going to feel bigger for everybody, yeah? If you're all kind of crushing in the middle there, so just try to spread out towards the corners, really use the whole space. It can make it a lot easier.
Okay, Tanya, can you turn that down for us? You guys look great. You're really paying attention to each other. You're not bumping into each other too much. I'm going to try to minimize that. And so this is how we really hold each other when we dance tango. Instead of that steering wheel hold, we have this shape, like ballroom dancing. So the leader's right arm goes around the follower's back, very lightly, without pulling me or squishing me or anything. And then my hand goes maybe around behind his shoulder, down on his arm. You can dance closer if you want. The tango is a pretty close dance, and sometimes we dance like, oh, excuse me, like this. And so even as close as we get, because sometimes we dance in a hug, we keep our hips apart, and that gives us space for our footwork and moving our legs around and stuff. So sometimes you'll see tango dancers dancing in this position where we're really close on top, but I'm always making space down here so I don't get my toes mashed or anything like that. And what else? You can dance farther apart, of course, what they call an open embrace. And you make a beautiful shape here with your hands, where the leader's left hand is on the outside, protectively, and mine is nestling in his palm.
The idea is to create a circle around your partner. So it's not something where I put her in front, so then I can push her around like this, but I'm trying to enclose the space, and then all the energy for the lead is still from my body. So it's not that I'm using this to power the movement, but everything's coming from here. So you can see as I start to move, it's this, and I'm just trying to give her the feeling of being enclosed here, yes? Okay, can we see if we're making yeah, see if everybody make an embrace? So take your, leaders, take your left hand, yeah? That's the one we create the open side of the embrace here.
They're kind of doing it.
Looks pretty good. And then the right hand, follower's left arm is going to go up, so the leader's right arm can find a nice spot on her shoulder blade or her back.
And then I have to settle down without making a big window here. Some of you have windows. You can close the window like that, elbows down. And then actually all your 4 elbow points can point to the floor. And you can imagine how that would make you happier on a very crowded dance floor. Rather than everybody sticking out like this, we're all like this, elbows down. Yeah.
If it gets really crowded, you can completely collapse the embrace, just squeeze through a small space, but then when you have room, you want to open up a little bit, yeah? But
so you have room to breathe.
Not too much, just a small amount here. Yeah, looks good.
Okay, shall we dance like this?
Okay, we try again?
Tanya, can we have a new track? All right.
One thing, make sure leaders that you're facing forward, you're in charge of navigating to see where we're going. And so just make sure you can see where you're going. Yeah. Yeah, one time.
Okay. Okay, let's stop a second. Tanya, can you turn it down? Thank you.
Can we have, how do you want to do the rotation?
Oh, can you change partners with somebody near you? I mean, unless you came with somebody that you're going to stick with all evening. A lot of people
And if
came
you-
by themselves and they're just looking to dance with different people.
And normally in
If it
Tango,
still works with
we
somebody
change
else.
partners a lot. It'll help you learn faster, but if you want to just dance with your friend, that's fine. Everyone raise hands if you don't have somebody yet, yeah? So we can see. Try
So
to,
there's some people over there.
some
on
in that corner.
side. Oh, good. Over there on that side, I see some hands.
Okay, good. So, a little bit about the attitude of when we dance tango. It's going to be a little bit aggressive, but then very calmed down. Okay, so the idea, you want to have this feeling of like this kind of energy in the dance, but there's no space for that. So you're going to tone it way down, and it's going to be. This a little bit dark, but don't move too much. Yeah. So it's not going to be something like bouncing or light here, but this feeling of.
I would say it's very focused. So we're very focused on each other. We're very intent on the next movement we're going to make. It's very pared down without any extra wiggles. And when we walk very narrow. So sometimes if you just start walking backward and you haven't been walking backward before, you walk backward like this. We don't do this. In Tango, we walk really focused and narrow like this. Can you see how my feet slide right past each other and they make a narrow, narrow line? So that's what you can work on if you're walking backward. And just staying right in front of each other.
Turns?
Yeah, but before we do that, we need everyone let go of your new partner. Rock forward on your left foot and back on your right. Forward on your left and back on your right. And then you can pick up your left hand and keep rocking. Or wave with your hand, I guess. And then turn towards your hand. Keep rocking and turn left. Forward and backward. Forward on the left and back on the right. Until you come all the way around in a circle. So that's one of many ways to turn in Tango. Again, it's forward on the left, back on the right, and you're turning towards your hand. I think everyone's doing it. Yeah. So if you do it slowly, you have like a long time on one foot, a long time on the other. If you do it a little faster, you're kind of more in the middle, and you can just go around like that. when you dance together, both people are going to go forward on their left and back on their right. Like when he's going forward on his left, I'm going back on my right. When I'm going forward on my left, he's going back on his right. And we're both turning to our left, magically. And that's our rock turn. So now try it with your partner if you're not already doing that. And what happens to most people, now stop because it's already happening. Look at this. What you're doing is, you start off forward and back, and then as you start turning, your legs get kind of sideways like this. This is no longer forward and back. So you gotta try to keep that arrangement of your thighs, where one thigh is back and the other one's forward. You can even pinch them together if you want, to make sure they stay in that alignment as you wheel around. That looks better. Much more elegant, yes? Yes, very nice, adjusting to each other. You can let your knees be soft, that means a little bit bent. Yes, that's better. Especially on the rock turn, bend your knees. Yeah.
Good. I want to look at one more thing about this. So as you go forward, ideally, if you're in control of the situation, you're going to try to get underneath her. Yeah? So don't let your foot go so far off to the side. If you're worried about stepping on her feet, I understand your concern, so you can give a little bit of space for that. But in general, you want to go more straight towards her, underneath her, and then rotate.
I don't let anyone step on my feet, by
like
the way.
This.
So the followers can take care of that.
So really under her here, and don't go out this way. Everybody can see that? I don't know how visible we are here. Anyway, okay.
So now we're gonna turn, we're gonna dance our rock turn all the way around and then walk in the direction of dance, like rejoining the river as it flows around in a circle. And then you can do whatever else you've learned, the side steps, forward, back, balancing. Dance a rock turn all the way around and walk again, okay? So you're adding more to your dance.